Hello, and stop what you're doing. This is the McCaffrey Crafts live stream, the most important part of everyone's week. Everyone should just put everything they're down doing. It doesn't matter if you're working. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor in the middle of your surgery. You should put everything down and you should join this live stream because McCaffrey Crafts live stream is something I do every week. I'm a fifth generation blackthorn shillelagh stick maker. Yes, stick making is a profession. It's my full-time profession. It is what I make my money doing. And we are into the Christmas run. It's the Christmas season, which is the happiest time of year for stick makers, professional stick makers, that is, because it's the time of year that we get rewarded for all of our hard-earned pain and everything that we've done through the year. So I'll do these every Friday. I might actually do some more. It just depends on the family life, and it gives you guys the opportunity to see who I am, a bit about my personality, and a way to get to know me. And again, if you're new here, Francis McCaffrey is my name. I'm here in County Kerry in Ireland. I make these boys, these bad babies. These are blackthorn shillelaghs, 18 to 20 inches. I make walking sticks as well and walking aids. And yeah, if you're watching this live stream, maybe you've seen my ugly mug before. I started to go a little bit kind of rugged as well. I gotta grow the beard a bit, and yeah, I'm here to answer any questions, give you guys an update of what I'm on. And as always, I'm here to sell my sticks. And if you haven't bought your Christmas presents yet at McCaffrey Crafts, shame on you. Shame on you. You should be buying every single one of your Christmas presents at McCaffrey Crafts. This is me. I'm in selling mode now, guys. I'm going to be shameful. I'm going to be bold. You've seen some of the pictures I've been putting online of that hot model holding my sticks. I'm going to be trying to do everything to get attention on my brand. Some of it will work, some of it won't, but it's very important, in marketing to get attention onto yourself as any way as you can. But I'm not going to be drinking Bud Light. There, bit of controversy already. Like, I'm not going to drink any Bud Light on this stream. For fear of repercussions. I remember one live stream I mentioned Bud Light, and I got two guys messaging me saying they weren't happy that I'd actually just mentioned it. I didn't even go into it. I just mentioned it. So, if you get offended just by two words, Bud Light, I'll be pushing the envelope on these streams from now on. So I am, okay, if anyone's looking, I am the big D stick maker of the Irish stick making. I have the biggest D. I can swing the biggest D around because I sell the most sticks. I have the most sticks on. I give you guys in the community as much choice as possible. I have hundreds of sticks online. I will individually picture and price every single stick you see on my website. I have taken the time to upload every product. It takes me 10 to 15 minutes because the internet's a bit crappier for uploading those pictures. It takes me 15 to 20 minutes per video, per stick. I've uploaded 20 new walking sticks today. And I'm doing this as well for my family, for my heritage, and for all of that. But you know me, guys, I'm very honest with you. Look, this is my job. This is my profession. There's always an aspect to me selling on everything I do online as well. But I enjoy these live streams because it means I've got another week under my belt, another week to close to retirement when I can live on my yacht and have my harem of beautiful Irish models all worshipping McCaffrey, the big D stick maker. But anyway, I gotta lean into my customer base, man. You see, I understand my customers. Okay, I understand that most of my guys are male. I have all the statistics of you guys. I know your habits. You'd be surprised what information is given to advertisers as well, so we can target you guys as well. It's pretty scary, man. The how with precision I can find any one of you guys' interest in different things. There's loads of different things, and it's always quite an interesting thing. But yeah, as I said, guys, I'm pretty happy. I'm like a pig in shit today. I'm really happy because the Christmas run has finally kicked in. Last night I was up till 5 a.m. talking to people. And that's because I understand what's required. If you put in the hard work and time during the year and you forego sleep between now and Christmas, like every week you see these live streams. Look at the age, man. Look at all that gray in the beard, man. Look, I've got gray here, gray everywhere, man. You know, this is what it means to be a stick maker. Making the sticks is just part of the process, and I think that there are many amazing craftspeople out there, but are never discovered. It's just like many bands in the music industry. Like there's many great bands, but unless you got a big mouth, no one's really going to hear about you. And you got to be a bit brazen, and you got to put yourself out there. You know, people will be saying things, this and that, but you know, at the end of the day, it's all about becoming the black turn millionaire. And I can say I'm a black turn millionaire. I have well over €1 million in sales over the years, well over that. Every 4 years, I sell 1 million. So that's easy maths to figure out. And yeah, I'm prolific. I try to get as many sticks out as possible. People come to my shop and see me. If you sit down and talk to me and get to know me, you can see how I do business and how I can manage it. You know, I make about 2,000 sticks per year. It's not an easy feat as well. I've introduced some more sticks as well. I'm telling you guys now on this live stream, anyone of the 14 people who are watching this live stream, I'm going to grow this business into a really big brand. I've been stuck for the few years of COVID, like everyone twiddling my thumbs, being trying to take over the world. But I think it's very important to kind of grow this into like a walking stick business and try to you know really you know become a name and a legacy within this kind of field as well. So yeah, I usually just waffle on for the first few minutes, talk a bit of nonsense, and give you guys a little bit of information about me. And let me see who's here on the stream. Let's see a few comments. Tim actually visited me from Colorado to my shop here in Killorglin and County Kerry in Ireland. He came, he saw, he conquered. Tim is a regular visitor to Ireland. Gentleman, good guy. Someone you want in your corner in a fight. He's a good lad. Hello, Francis. Just got back from my walk with my McCaffrey walking stick. Hey, good job, Tim McCurran. Tim McCurran, you know, is you know, and tell as many people as possible. Look, if you bought loads of my sticks and you know, you can still help out by telling people about me, about who I am, about what my work is. You know, I'm very proud to be an Irish. I'm, you know, over the top Irishness. I love selling Irish heritage products because it means a lot. I feel like I'm an ambassador for, you know, for the Irish craft industry. I feel like I'm a custodian for what has been passed to me by my father and my, you know, I have a legacy within making walking sticks. My dad has been on the stream as well. I've shown you guys in posts as well, relatives of mine that have been quite well known within the Irish craft business as well. I come from a long line of entrepreneurs and loudmouths. So it kind of helps that we got a big mouth. Right, there's Tim. We see who else here. We have our Vegas man. Joe Smiley was a lad that he was prolific buying sticks a year or two ago. Joe, my man, where's the love, man? I haven't seen your name pop up in my orders for a while. Joe, man, you were like, Joe was the daddy of getting the big sticks. He liked the big. Oh, who's coming in now? Right, see if someone's at my door or no. So weird, man. Everyone's on knocking at the door and on the stream. I think people just know I live stream and just knock to annoy me. But yeah, Joe, you were saying, man, you're looking for some nice sticks as well. I'm waiting, man. I want to see those orders coming through. I want to see Vegas, man. I want to see Vegas as a place I gotta go. If I go to Vegas to meet you, Joe, man, what would we do? Would you take me on the town? Is it you know, will it be one of those what stays in Vegas happens, or what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? So Joe, man, if I ever make it to Las Vegas, you know, I'm going to hit you up. You're going to be my guide. What can we do, Joe? Give me some ideas. Ron, how are things, Ron, my good friend? All regular faces on the stream today, guys. I know. Hello, Francis. Good to see you. Francis is the original. Yeah. No, I'm not the original. The original is here, Frank McCaffrey, my dad, the guy who conceived me, the guy who seduced my mom in the Oisin dance hall. You know, in modern times, my dad would probably be like, you know, called a creepy person because he kept asking my mom to dance and she told him no, feck off. And she kept asking him and she was like, I'm not interested. And my dad, being, you know, the horny Northern Irish lad that he was, he kept asking my mom until she eventually said yes, she would dance with him. And that's how the next generation started of McCaffrey Crafts. I think it was in the 70s that this. So anyway, Ron, to answer your question, Frank McCaffrey is the daddy of stick makers in Ireland. Like literally, he is the original. He's been doing it now since time as well. So it's always good to do that as well. Big Joe, have you been out cutting us plenty of frost now as well? I saw, man. I saw Big Gel, man. You seemed a bit sore about me saying that online, but sure, look, it's one of these things. I saw then Paddy Rapmore taking his little camera, like trying, not to let anyone know his real identity of who he is, like or where he's at, taking a little bit of frost at the top of his car. Ah, so it is now. I see there's a bit of frost there. So it is, boy. So it is. Like tuning up the Irishness like by 50 degrees. But a lot of love to you, all the Northern Irish lads who are stick makers as well. And Big Gel, I hope your eBay shop is doing well. I've always given I've always been friendly to all the unionist and loyalist stick makers up in the north. Again, we're all stick makers. We're all in it together. And stick making can unite Ireland, because look, here we have a stream. The Irish shillelagh is a very symbol of Ireland as well. It represents Ireland as well. I know guys like they hold it in the Orange Marches as well. They hold it. And look, we've gone through a lot of divide in Irish history. And, one of the things that unites both people who are very, very Republican and very, very, of course, loyalist as well, and unionist side of things, is the blackthorn walking stick, because it's held by both, and it's a symbol in both cultures as well. So it is something that is unified as well. And look, there's a lot of mad stuff going on in the world, and it's good that things in the north of Ireland have calmed down a bit. I know on the 12th of July, John, things get a bit mad and a bit wild up there, but I think things are a lot better now from growing up in the 80s and 90s, and Northern Ireland has really come a long way. I know I've been up there recently, John, and jobs, man, it's hurting. I think Northern Ireland are really hurting on the jobs front. Maybe you can kind of give a bit of insight on that as well. But Big John, man, my love is always to all my unionist stick makers up in the north, such as yourself. And I was only like giving you guys a hard time about the frost. But John, I could argue you need a hard frost. You see that in this game of of sticks, you need a hard frost in the ground to really bring the sap down. A little small bit of frost, the temperature drops below zero for an hour at 6 a.m. or was it 5:40? But my man Paddy, man, I wonder who he is. He's very secretive dude, man. I recognize his hands and his little marks, and he always has a little bit of dirt under his nail and stuff. But he seems like I don't know who he is. He's very anonymous, but he's been doing it a while. You can tell he's a real stick maker, and he knows what he's doing as well. He's been doing it for a long time. I'd say whoever that anonymous northern lad is that loves putting the Irish Press newspaper on the counter. Anyway, he makes nice sticks as well. John, I'll give you a compliment, man, because you come here every week, despite me teasing you now and again. You'd make nice sticks. You have a nice little finish on them as well. And look, I'll tell you, man, because we are all united brothers in this united Ireland of 32 counties, John, I will give you guys a shout out. John Elliott, he is, if you search for Big Gel on eBay, I think that's it as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. He makes walking sticks. He's been doing it for a while. He stays in his channel, even though I give him a stick every now and again. But I'm doing it more for entertainment reasons, and mostly like to create. Sometimes it's good to create a little bit of drama or excitement, or something like that. It works pretty well with marketing. People tune in. It makes things a bit more entertaining as well. So at the end of the day, like any guy who goes out to work, I respect, regardless of what you believe in. And there's no real rivalry among stick makers, because the market is like really, really big. Everyone thinks their method or their way is the best, and it's all fine. Some people, it's like everyone has a kind of, stick makers are always a bit autistic in that they are very fixed to the finishes they use, the style they use. They think their way is right, the way they straighten is better, they think their way. But at the end of the day, like, we all bring out products, we all blood, sweat and tears go into it as well. So it's all pretty good as well. Liesel, she makes cigar box guitars. Go support her. Buy from Liesel. Liesel is someone who's been on this channel for as long as I've been yapping, I think. She makes a cigar box. She has a YouTube channel. She has her own little community going as well. She's getting a few sales to the US and different things as well. Jason Francis, good morning, family. Hey, Jason, how are things? glad you're joining the live stream as well. And I'm trying to make these things a bit more entertaining and stuff. And I will be teasing you lads every now and again if I know a bit. Where's Tony Napoli, man? We got to get him on as well. Let's see. I thought you're in the. Let's see. I thought you're the big dog in the business. No, not at all, man. I suppose like it depends on what yardstick you want. In terms of sales and money, I think I do generate more. Like it's me, the two biggest guys in the Blackthorn community. Would be like the old Shillelagh shop. He's got a load of recognition. Like the Notre Dame game, he presented his Shillelagh to Notre Dame and stuff, and he's got a load of business as well. And I know there's a few like he's got a few contracts that he exclusively services and different things as well. And he keeps to himself. He's a quiet lad. I spoke to him once or twice, and so it's like in terms of the big D's in the Irish stick making is when I say to it, refer to it, I'm tongue in cheek. We're all on this 32 county Ireland of Ireland, this united Ireland, and one message that we all have, regardless of all these other amateur stick makers and different things, is we all work our ass off to make these sticks. Even though some people say my stick's better, yours stick's better, this stick's better. At the end of the day, we're not sitting at home doing nothing. We're being useful. We're getting things done, and it's good to have a bit of friendly rivalry and a bit of things like that as well. And I'm hope my banter is helping you to up your game as well. You spend a lot of time your sticks, John. They're pretty good. They're as good as anything I would make. See, I thought you're the big D in the business as you're selling more than the other top tree makers on your own. I probably would be if you kind of like next April, I'll be posting my limited company accounts, and you can see like I made probably in the space of between April and August and April, I think I was over 340,000 euro, something like that. And like from the other published accounts that I can see from other, like there's only 2 other published accounts out there, they would make a lot less than that. So like I could kind of quantify it. And, once you're like a proper company, you have to publish your accounts and anyone can see them when they come out as well. But yeah, look, the thing is, in terms of sales and recognition, who cares who's top? Every person who makes Blackthorn walking sticks and who is authentic, they usually will sell them. If you are a true Irish stick maker, you make shillelaghs handmade in Ireland, made from Irish sticks. You make a really nice walking stick. As you know, they always sell. Okay, there's more demand than there is for sticks. There's a reason why shillelagh makers in other countries are now claiming to be Ireland and this, and there's a reason why people will scam and people will use different words. There's a reason, because like the demand is still more than the sticks that are made. There's still quite a huge demand out there, and if you know where to look and where to present the sticks, like we're all hardworking guys. We're all doing this. I don't know like if this is your full-time job now, but we all do the same as well. But yeah, like who cares who's top, man? It's like at the end of the day, all I care about is that like my sticks are doing well, that I have a job and living out of this. Like again, this isn't a hobby for me, man. This is my life. I literally survive off this business, and it's very important to me as well. But yeah, look, top 3, to be honest, there's only 3 registered businesses like that are legally doing it. So it's one of those things like there's only like me, Liam, and Paddy that I know are like out, like registered and all that. Like, how's Frank and how's the farm? He is fantastico. Granddad, he's in good shape now as well. Let's see, Greg Hughes. It was great to meet you as well. Drove all the way from Oregon to save on the shipping. Thank you, Francis. Greg Hughes is my kind of guy. He spent, I don't know, a long time here. We chatted about politics. We chatted about the US. He has really common sense. He's a great guy. He's a family guy. He's really into his family. His wife is lovely as well. They still have that spark. Like they still have that spark, and their kids are growing up now, and they're getting a bit of freedom to go back to the old ways. And You can see there's a sparkle in your eye today, Greg, as well. So you and your wife have a great vibe and energy, and it was great. Look, it's great when you guys can actually visit my store. So Greg came to my store today, took some pictures. I showed him a few things I was doing as well, and he picked out some fantastic sticks. And he'll be on the way to Oregon soon. And Oregon is another place there that I'd love to see. And Greg, my man, thank you so much for visiting my store. It meant a lot to me as well. It's great that you can come and to see me as well. Franco, my dad says Big Frank McCaffrey. Well, he's 5'8". He's bigger than me. We're in the Gulf Stream, so John, we have to wait another while. I saw you had some frost in Antrim, Frostgate. I think like when I was saying that there to you, as I explained there, sometimes it's a bit good just to stir things up a little bit, for a bit of fun and banter. But yeah, like I honestly have not cut one stick this year. I will do an awful lot of cutting in December. I think for the next 2 weeks I'm going to be busy. I have the luxury of being, quite a large blackthorn business now, and I can hire some people to actually do some cutting for me, and I can give back to the community. I can actually employ people to do some in different parts of Ireland, because here in County Kerry, in the southwest, you've got us in the north, man. The north have shittier weather. Imagine how big a flex it is that you can say that weather in the north is shittier than in the south, and we have the advantage. But like at the end of the day, you can only cut so much blackthorn. There's not an abundance out there as well. There's no way you can cut like 5,000 sticks. You can cut as much as you can each year, and then that's it. Usually, like if you go out to 10 cutting sessions, you're really going to get enough as you want if you have good areas to do it as well. But yeah. Good old Paddy Rat with his little, clearing the top. I know this he snipes and hears you the whole time. He watches every man. That dude's been following me since my eBay days in 2011 and 12. He knows who I am. I still have no idea who he is. Do you actually, Elliot? Do you know who he is? He keeps his. He's very very private guy. Let's see. I love you have to bring my balls. No, but it's fine. Look, I know you could take it as well, and it's fine. And then like sometimes on these live streams, you have to keep them kind of entertaining. And sometimes people like if there's like a little bit of kind of like banter, or like if I kind of like pretend I'm annoyed with something a stick maker said about me. But at the end of the day, like there's money hitting my bank account all the time, because my sticks, people come back, people buy my sticks. They come back and buy a second stick. They buy a third stick for a reason. They generally like it. So like, all of these little kind of little bits and pieces and banter, they kind of can serve a kind of marketing purpose too. And it's entertainment for people in the community. And like, it's just when some guys take things seriously and thinks that I care about these things. But you do, John. I seen you, man. But I saw you were pretty annoyed. I got my spies everywhere, man. I'm like, to put it in terms, I'm like the MI6. I know you might have anyway, I do see what's going on in the community everywhere and stuff, and it's more entertainment. Like usually when I'm sitting on the toilet and I'm a bit bored, I'll go in and look at these little groups of other guys that are talking, and I just kind of find it a bit entertaining, and it always helps me pass the bowel movement. But yeah, as I said, look, I've given you a shout out, John. I told people where to find you on eBay. I don't do that often, as you know. I don't, but you seem to be sticking in there. You still come back no matter what I say. But I do, like, I genuinely think it's funny when all the Northern Irish stick makers who, of course, look, stick in, you're more on the side of the being part of the the UK and all of that. And but it is funny when I see you guys like embracing Irish culture, and I respect that. For it takes a lot of courage to go out and to be selling like an Irish heritage product as well. And I think things are fine in Northern Ireland. Like I speak. Guess what? I actually speak and have friends from people from very, very different backgrounds as well. I think that sometimes it's good to speak to people that are from different backgrounds and different cultures and different things. And it's good. Look, people can see that in Ireland there isn't that divisive thing. Like someone who is kind of from an Irish Republican family as well, and my family were involved in politics in Fermanagh as well. My uncle was was the first Catholic councillor for the Fermanagh County Council as well. And, you know, he was interned as well. And, you know, he was on the BBC documentary in the 80s, Panorama, about that. And, you know, even someone from my background and all of these things that have happened, of course, you know, I can talk to anyone. I think that, you know, things do move on as well. Pain is pain, which it doesn't matter which side of the fence that you're on. It hurts on both sides. Both sides, you know, were blackguards and done things as well. There's no kind of measurement of this pain is greater than my pain and stuff. Pain is pain, regardless of whose side you're on. The one thing that will unite people in the north and the south and everywhere is money. You know, money, making sticks, you know, having a bit of banter, having a bit, okay, we'll, you know, and all of this. But you know, it's you know, like the thing of difference in Northern Ireland, say, to other places of the world, it was more of a kind of geographical dispute about, you know, we wanted this area for United Ireland, we wanted to remain part of the UK and different things as well. Things got out of hand as well as these things do and escalate. And but the thing about Northern Ireland, say, compared to other conflicts in the world, is that you know, the Catholic side, the Republican side, didn't want genocide of the Unionists, and the Unionists didn't want. Of course, there was a few psychopaths on both sides, but like essentially, like collectively, it was more to do with the land ownership. One wanted to be part unity of Ireland and Irish things, one part. And then you had the difficulty because there was the demographics were about like 50-50, 51-49 or something like that as well. I do think we've kind of passed through all of that. I think we've moved forward. I think it's fine to have, you know, sometimes you just kind of like have to be very direct and talk about these things. And I think it's kind of like, you know, like I literally have no animosity towards people on both sides in Northern Ireland. You know, of course, like no one likes foreign policy and different things that happen in places as well. You judge people by their actions, and I think money is the uniter. Once jobs and money and things come in, people's like political differences they end, and you know, so you know, you can help out. But I think I spoke to a lot of people in Northern Ireland now, and I am worried about like jobs and different things as well. I think we'll be coming into a bit of a recession too, and it seems that the Brexit thing it kind of hurt the UK a bit, you know, especially for a lot of businesses that be trying to do things online as well. But okay, anyway, I'm waffling on. Let's see, we have Ron. I think we need to get your mom on the stream. Yes, Karen. My mom is the original Karen, but my mom would be funny. Actually, yeah, we get my mom and dad on the stream sometime. To hear a side of the story, you will dance with me. My mom is always giving out. I can tell you now what you say about me, and then we can bring her on to see. My mom blames me and giving out to me. She thinks that I work too much. She doesn't understand why I need to work so hard. Like today I went home and I was really tired because I just seen Greg Hughes and stuff, and I was like, I'll go home for a cup of coffee and I need to eat some food. And I went into the house and my mom was minding the kids and stuff, and I said, "Oh, I was up late last night and I'm tired. And I need to I need a bit of energy and stuff like that." "Why are you doing that? You don't need to be doing that." And she's giving out and she goes, "You know, you've never done this before. You've changed. What you've changed?" And I was like, "No, I always work hard. But you've never told me before you stay up late." And so like, my mom is the master of like, she's really nice and sweet, but like, she's just one of these people that's so argumentative. Like if I said, today the sky was blue. "No, it isn't. The sky's green." And I was, "No, it's blue." No, it isn't. It's green. I'm sure it's green. I saw it's green. And like, it's like she has these kind of like conversations with you, and you're just like, sometimes you're just like, "Oh, come on, man," and stuff like that. But she helps me a lot with the kids. You know, even though the kids think they're too cool to be with Granny anymore. She helps with the ironing, which I hate doing as well. And it's great. The Irish mammy cannot be knocked. They are violent. They are tough. They grew up in a different time. The Irish mommy is a really tough thing as well. James, will you post a link to your store? If the woman gives me the go ahead, I'm shopping for Christmas. All right, James. Where are you on? You're on Facebook. Dude, I have it everywhere. Look at the top of this live stream on Facebook. It says buy my sticks, McCaffreycrafts.com. So if you just go to McCaffreycrafts.com, the link is right on the screen. So you're on Facebook. Just above the live stream, I have McCaffreycrafts.com, and you can find all my available sticks there as well. Let's see. John says, "You're a hard grafter, mate, and much respect. I get on with everyone, and much hate in the jealous guys want to hate." I know, John. I've seen you online and stuff, and you know, you get on with everyone. You get annoyed with little things that I say from time to time, which is normal as well, because I'm just being a bit kind of like, bit silly as well for entertaining. You're the only guy to come in here now I can pick on. All the other guys have got a bit fed up and got on to other things. But yeah, look, it's here's the thing, John, and see if you agree. Like, everyone respects someone who works hard. You can be the most annoying guy in the world, and I have a bit of a mouth in me as well. But when people see, like, I actually put these videos out, I put 900 videos out. You've seen the amount of shorts that I put out. I had this shoulder injury this year that was like a really kick in the nuts. And I adapted. I had to use my other arm, and then I've hurt my other shoulder as well. And I'm like going through all of these different things. Managing the 3 kids on my own as well is never like an easy feat as well. And it's the thing is, like, within this kind of industry, there is, as you said, there's always going to be jealousy among guys doing the same things. Everyone, they blame the other person for everything. Like, if my business is down, I don't go, John, it's your fault because you said something bad about me in a tiny group where 4 people are, actually respond. Like, the thing is, which this kind of like rivalry among people doing the same things, it's been like that for ages. It's in every industry, it's in everywhere, and different things. But like, if you know me, like, off this stream and talking to people, and I'm very kind of business orientated. I do, the one thing I respect is people who work hard. Don't get me, like, if someone, even like if someone comes to this country from a different place, to earn my respect, they will work hard, they'll get a job. I'll see them working hard and grafting and do different things. I work my ass off, John, as you probably know. You've been joining the stream for years. You see how much I try to promote Irish crafts. I just really want to, I want, like, there's a few things. Of course, my primary objective is, like, this is my job. I need to make money for my family. I have the ghosts of the 2008 financial crisis on my shoulder. Like, I'm of the age that got whipped during that. The 2008, 2009 financial crisis in Ireland, man, I was whipped. So I'm always living in this kind of a fear on my shoulder that something bad is going to happen again. And when COVID happened, I wasn't happy at all. COVID, you saw me going online. I was like talking. I was in every single group as well. I was getting banned from every group for speaking truths and different things. But like, every time I was like causing, like, like saying facts, like, but every time that people were disagreeing and stuff, I used to get bunches of sales and loads of things in those groups. And people respect if you have your opinions and you stick by them. I never apologize for anything, I really do, because I always feel I'm right about everything. But the thing is, everyone feels like that too. But yeah, the jealousy among stick guys, like, honestly, like, when I talk to my dad in private, when we sit down and talk about these things, none of us, like, really, like, honestly, I never go to bed angry and stuff. I think, like, one guy, like, was kind of coming down and going to, like, he made some threats, and he's coming down, he was going to get me, and he was going to sort me out, and his wife had stopped him and stuff. And like, I didn't like that fella, but like, that, I wasn't like to the stage where I was going to like do anything about it. He was just like, but other than that, like, no one really bothers me. I think it's kind of like it's kind of funny as well. The kind of like all communities are like that. Let's see, Steve. Good evening, Francis. Good evening, Steve. And Ron Evans is a big fan of Oregon. I am too, my man. Oregon is a cool place. McCaffrey Crafts is well known in origin as well. Let's see. Is that a French cleat storage system in the background? No, it's a slat wall. It's like it's just for hanging up products as well. The charger and everything is here, and I usually just take some pictures. I probably need to get a big background, but that's just like a slat wall, and you can hang products up and different things. And like, I have a tourist shop. I'm in my shop here as well. It's probably not the best angle, but like, you can kind of see the kind of rest of the shop here. I'm in the shop. So like, I have like various things here. You can see the sticks in the background. So I'm kind of like just in my my retail store now, which people do visit from time to time. Have a few people in there as well. Tim is saying hi, Franks. Joe, okay, fine. I broke it out. I just bought the shillelagh that looks like a swagger stricken sailors. Yeah, hey, good lad, Joe. You're Smiley by name, but you live up to your reputation, man. You've made me smile. So thanks very much, Joe. I appreciate that as well. And you look, I was only kidding there earlier about you hadn't bought for a while. You know, you're like, no one who watches these live streams, you're under no obligation. You can join, hear away, talk away. You know, if you buy, you buy. If you don't, you don't. It's not a big deal. Look at that. Got the expensive water, the Evian. you know, stick maker's making money when he's buying the Evian water, not the tap water. You know. But no, this time of year, like, it feels the pressure's off. I have plenty of sticks up. My marketing is working. I'm being prolific online. I'm talking to people. People are buying my sticks still. I can see from the stats there's going to be trouble coming. Unless you're very vocal or very noisy. You know, in sales are going to be down for a lot of people next year. You know, if I didn't do any marketing or nothing at all, sales be way down. By having the skills that I do in terms of that, I don't really get bothered by things, and I can talk and I can say things. It does kind of help, but I do appreciate it as well. Marsh Oak Dojo, Tim Pruitt. Hello, Francis. Your comments are very funny on my YouTube videos. It's like you comment on every single video, and it's always one word, like yes, good, great, of course. You know, you always have like one word. Like every single comment in the video is always just like one word and stuff as well. But look, I'm not. I think that's good as well. Yes, we have the Forearm King. I joined you on Instagram. You bought 3 sticks off me, my man. Good job. And your forearms are impressive. If you go over to Instagram, I don't know how to find you on Instagram. I think you probably go by the Forearm King as well. And this guy knows a thing or two about fitness, my man. I wouldn't want to get in the wrong side of you. You're a big lad. You have the beard as well. I saw as well, and you're well spoken. I must have a deep dive into your Instagram account and have a look as well. But I appreciate that, you know, you're supporting my business. You know what to say, iron sharpens iron, and you know, other, like, I always respect guys that are hustling and trying to go out and to do things as well. Like literally, like the one for me is I have to see you like work. I have to see you do things and go out. And I just think it's like important for people to do that. And I just don't respect people that want to cut corners. They message me saying, "Oh, how can I speed up the back turn process? How can I cut corners? How can I get to your level in 3 months?" You would understand this again, Mr. Forearm King. You have to work hard. I think you're into like, is it jiu-jitsu you do a bit of as well, and some martial arts, but you need to be disciplined. You need to put in the work, and then you get the results, and you get, you know, if you want respect from anyone, you have to work hard. Thanks a lot, but yeah, not a bother, John, as well. As I said, like, if I got your way to buy things wrong, I think it's Big Gel on eBay is like the best way to support you. You know, you have about 10, 15. You put a nice finish on there as well. You don't put out a lot of sticks, but the quality is as good as you're going to see anywhere. I've never seen you put out a bad stick, honestly. Let's see now. Mohajit, do you ever restore or finish old shillelaghs? I do, actually, from time to time. It's hard to find specific advice on how to fix an old one. What kind of paint, oil, latex, glossy, poly? Not sure. Wait, do I have an old stick lying around here? I actually have an old stick here. Wait, I'll show you one. But like, I haven't made a video of it yet because they put all of this like wood filler on it. 1 minute, I'll show you. Yeah. 1 second now, guys. I don't know if I showed this before, but like, I have this old stick that I found. It's like, and maybe I showed it before. It's like a really old stick as well. I was going to make some videos as well, but like, the thing is, like, this is an old stick, and someone put like a load of like wood filler on it already. You see all the wood filler and stuff as well. But you know, with these old sticks, if you get it, like, a lot of the older sticks don't have a lot of finish on them. It's usually they've been like touched up, or someone has them as well. It just depends on how old they are. So if you really see some of the really old sticks, some of them, they don't have like a finish on them, and they're kind of easy enough to kind of do. You really have to be careful. Like, most of the old finishes, they're mostly varnish, and they're not going to react with most things. And it just depends on how, like, if it's a black finish, it's going to be hard to kind of take out the black if it's kind of seeped in a little bit into the bark and if they sanded it. So the best thing to do is just kind of clean it down, lightly sand away the finish. On the older sticks, usually the finish isn't really applied too thickly. So take your time, sand it down as well. Sand it down really carefully. I'd always recommend then you put like a sanding sealer, just to seal the wood. The thing about old sticks is sometimes it's hard to know the integrity if they can take, because sometimes if sticks get very old or there might have been some woodworm or something into it. And like most of the old sticks are going to be thin, light ones like this. They're actually thin and they're light. All the old sticks are thin and light that I've seen. And so you just want to be careful. And most of them, they have all the bends left in them as well. A lot of them wouldn't be like perfectly straight. So what are you asking there? For example, oils. Oils are all right. It's kind of like a personal preference. Like some guys like the BLO, isn't it? The boiled linseed oil. There's tung oil. There's true oil. There's Danish oil. The thing about finishes and stuff is everyone's always asking what's the best finish and stuff as well. And it just depends on your needs. Like for me as a business, like if I have a finish that takes 16 hours to dry and I have a finish that takes 3 hours to dry, and both finishes are pretty good and look good, I'm always going to go with the quicker one of the two. So like most kind of professional guys will go for the best quality, quickest ones. And usually you want a finish that sometimes you'll knock over a stick or you'll damage it, just you'll trip over and the stick will fall and hit something. You want to touch it up. So something that you can touch up and dry kind of quickly is always the best kind of way. It depends on the look you're going for. Like glossy looks good always. High glossy, just a little bit of gloss on the stick. Sometimes the satin and the matte looks well. The satin's kind of okay too. If you want to kind of like, if you want to look a kind of older kind of way, probably the satin is a better finish. You don't want to make it too glossy because it looks too new. So if you have an old stick, I would say maybe, yeah, like you'd want like put in the sanding sealer, and you want something that's not going to make it too glossy. So a good satin finish, something like that. I'd probably stay away from the poly on restoring an 01. Poly is like if you want the kind of really high gloss finish. It's hard wearing. Some people like to use floor varnish. That they use on laminated floors. That's kind of hard wearing and it takes ages to come off. It's just like it's very hard wearing and stuff, but sometimes like when it dries hard, it doesn't dry clear in spots and different things. The latex type finish, again, maybe too over the top glossy. So for an older stick, maybe a satin finish, but there's no right thing. I thought your marketing this week was pure genius with the woman showing your sticks. I had to look a few times to find the sticks. Yeah, I tried that. I have loads more for her. I got like 25 pictures in the model shoot, and she made 6 videos for me. She goes to college. She's studying in business administration. She's 21. She's really trying hard, to get her business going. She does photography as well. She does a lot of actressing. She's in a few music videos for guys as well and stuff like that. And again, as I said earlier, like I kind of respect people that do hard work. And like I seen her online and different things as well. And I saw her live streaming one time, and I joined her stream just to promote my own business, McCaffrey Crafts. Like sometimes, like you, John, I'll join like live streams where I'll just talk and communicate, and in the hope that someone will look up and see who I actually am. And it's a good kind of marketing way when you're kind of like trying to get attention on your brand too, joining live streams and talking. But you kind of have to always be respectful that you're not going to, get the people running the live stream to do it. And I joined her live stream. I got talking to her. And I saw that she was like she was trying to sell some products. She was doing some marketing. And I just kind of like, I can't help myself. Sometimes I have to give advice. If I see people marketing and trying to sell products, and I might say, look, here's just something that I've kind of done that worked for me, and, might be a bit of advice. And I genuinely like people who actually are hardworking and go out and try to do things. I hate people complaining or people behind their keyboard or stuff like that. But yeah, like I have loads of ideas. I actually, do you want to, I told Greg today, do you want to hear my Bud Light idea? And I was deterred from doing this idea, but I did have a marketing idea that was kind of shouted down by people within my close inner circle about Bud Light. So I thought it'd be funny, and my intention was humor, but I got a few people that I thought on my streams would be very offended. But I wanted to make a joke, and I thought, okay, I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you this marketing idea that I abandoned, I didn't do, because I thought I would offend people, and you guys can decide what you think. And if you want me to do it, I might. And I wanted to, and again, the whole attempt was humor, and humor is one of these things that sometimes it works. So I'm going to tell you guys what I was going to do. So if you're not familiar, Bud Light was a controversy where Budweiser decided to sponsor this kind of trans activist one who had this kind of like channel and different things, and the sales kind of went down with Bud, and there was like people weren't really too happy that they were kind of like involving kind of like politics and social issues on the marketing of a product that is kind of synonymous with American heritage, like Bud and different things. And they were going in, and then it was like a young marketing girl within Bud that was just trying something new. It didn't really work out in terms of sales, because marketing success is not based on how many people complain and controversy, because there is controversy marketing. It's basically on sales, and the sales didn't work out in it, and there was things. So a lot of people thought it was funny that if you drink Bud, they're trying to it makes you like feminine, and done in a kind of comical way. On YouTube I've seen a few of them, and it was quite funny. So I thought that, okay, so the stereotype of this controversy was that if you drink Bud Light, you become very feminine. That was the kind of like the butt of this kind of joke online. And of course it was offending people, and there was two sides to it and all of that. But again, I'm just telling you guys what the whole kind of Bud Light controversy. So in my bright marketing brain, I thought it was a good idea that, okay, I'm going to have me, McCaffrey, drinking a Bud Light. And then, so I'm there, I'm the big D stick maker, and I'm drinking Bud Light. And then all of a sudden, something happens. And in the next frame of the video, you know what I was going to do? I was going to dress up as a stick fighter and say, look at me, I'm a stick fighter, I'm a stick fighter. And again, I was going to tease the guys who do stick fighting. So I was like, I was going to drink a Bud Light. And then I was going to like, the kind of, the stereotype at the time was drink Bud Light, become like really kind of feminine and girly and all like this. And so I was like, I drink a Bud Light. Look at me, I'm a stick fighter. Pew 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 pew. And I thought it was going to be funny, but then I kind of like, there's people I pitch ideas to, within communities, say, look, I'm thinking of doing something like this. I'm willing to kind of push the envelope and stuff. And like the guys in the inner circle, the marketing guys I was speaking to, they were like, maybe you shouldn't, maybe you shouldn't. I thought it was funny, and my intention was funny. And but at the end of the day, like when you're trying to sell things, sometimes you'll have a win with your marketing. Sometimes you won't. Sometimes you'll offend people. Sometimes you won't. And you just keep trying, and you just need more wins than losses. But I thought it was funny. You drink a Bud Light, and then I was going to dress up as in a pirate's outfit, and I had a pirate's outfit. And I was going to like jump around like a stick maker or stick fighter, going, look at me, I'm a stick fighter now, and stuff as well. And I thought that would be like funny, and people would like, would do it, because it's being ironic, because stick fighters are like guys who fight and stuff. But the idea of drinking a Bud Light and you turn into this like, like a kind of cosplayer. I thought it was funny, guys. You can tell me what you think, but I was advised not to do it. So your mom sounds like my wife with the argumentative. Oh my God, man. She's so skilled at it. Today, man, I just went home and I wanted to have a cup of tea. I didn't want anything, and it was just constant, man, constant. And I was just trying to eat something, and it was just like, it was picking an argument over every little thing. Like sometimes Aaron comes down for food, and I'll be like, no, he's had enough for today, because I don't want to overfeed him. And then she's like, oh, why aren't you? And it just starts, and it's like, Granddad knows it, man. Granddad knows. But I must bring her on. I'm sure she'll just, it'll be so, actually, it would be a funny one, because she'll disagree with me anything. But the thing is, like, I have to get the real her, not the, when someone's on camera, sometimes they get very nervous and they get their different things. Let's see. James says, I've not found a job from 2008 and 2009 stuff. James, man, that's shocking. You should. There's no excuse for that. There was loads of jobs going over the years as well. Sometimes you need a bit of tough love sometimes, and you can get that from your peers. There's no excuse not to be working for there, man. You have to, there's jobs there. There's people that are cooking, cleaning. There's loads of jobs in different places in America. You have to go out and you have to be willing to do that as well. I don't take any excuses, and you shouldn't as well, James. And never like, be proud or something like that. You've said this now, man. I've given you there my advice. It's coming from a place of warmth and a place of understanding. But sometimes you need someone to give you a kick up the kick up the bum when you're saying I can't work for years of this. Now, if you have a medical issue, that's fine. But people, can adapt to different things as well. Some people have accidents, they can't walk anymore, but they go into telesales, they become call centers workers. There's different things. And anyway, send me some book from Oregon. Maybe I will. Let's see, here in Detroit too as well. Is Detroit as rough as they say? In Ireland, there's always like you hear about Detroit and you hear like a bit of a rough spot, or is that just in? Let's see, Oregon has a yellow cedar, a fine-grained yellow wood that carves very well, very good. Let's see, just trying to let you know, you have fans here in Michigan as well. And that's good. That's good. I have fans in Michigan. I need to see the sales. When I'm doing up my address labels with UPS and DHL, I want to see Michigan, 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 Michigan. Okay, I want to see all of these different things as well. That's what I want to do. But anyway, there's my sales hat again. Wait, let me catch up on these messages. I'm probably way far behind. Milwaukee, Wisconsin in the house. My middle name is Max Shane. A good friend of mine, an artist from Belfast, Colin McShane. Guess I'm a little Irish. Yeah. This means I have to buy a stick from you to get back my Irish roots. Yes, you do. You do indeed. You see, you know what you got to do. And when you hold a piece of Ireland in your hand, something that has grown here, you'll definitely notice as well. Let's see. Greetings from outside of Boston. Daughter had to do a school report on a family heirloom, and she wanted to do it on shillelagh. That was my grandfather's. So we've been learning. Yeah, if she needs any information or anything, like just for or something, or if she wants to really impress them at school, she can do a little video call and record it or something, and then here I have like actually a shillelagh maker in Ireland or something like that. If someone was something for school or something like that, I don't mind doing a favor for people. You can grind off the wood filler and replace with black epoxy sculpt as well. Yeah, it just depends. Like you can, wood filler can be a bit handy as well once the split has run its course and it's not going to go any further. You can put in epoxy, you can put in different things. The cracks, sometimes you have to judge if it's not going to affect the integrity of the stick, and sometimes you can work the cracks into design pretty well. Hello, Francis. Getting skirting and insulation put in my camper today. A hi to Frank and hi to Aaron. Thanks very much, Mary. I will pass on the regards to Aaron. Do you grow your own blackthorn? Many Celtic legends about the tree, but I have not seen this in California or the West. It must be a Northern European species. Yes, it's anonymous in Ireland, and I don't grow my own because, like, some guys will say 8 to 10 years you can kind of grow a blackthorn stick that's nice and thick. But from what I've seen, and there's a girl, Diane Deering, or Diane, I can't remember her surname actually. She was on this channel as well, and she did it over a space of a number of years. And she said she was able to do it in 10 to 12 years. And from my experience here, it takes about maybe 15 years as well. I suppose it just depends on the fertilizer, the light, how it grows. But I would say like about 10 years, 15 years to grow. Some people say 8 to 10, some people say 10, but it just depends. Mary says, hello. I'm a bit thirsty today. I've been doing lots of talking. Let me have another of my, still water. I'm not into sparkling. Okay. Let's see. Northern Ireland is losing to Finland 3-0. Man, I've been so out of touch with sports. Just focus on making money as well. That's kind of my interest the last few years as well. Bud Light is that word beer, which I can't repeat for being cancelled on YouTube for that. But in Ireland, like that's kind of the stereotype as well, that it's just like it's light beer, there's less alcohol. Like people drink beer to get drunk. They don't drink beer to drink a light beer and stuff as well. Let's see. Bud Light pays that fella $187,000 to. I don't think his intention was to kill it, and I don't think their intention was to kill it, but like they just didn't really think that when you have a brand that is synonymous with something such as American heritage as well, it was such a U-turn to try something like that, and they didn't understand their customer base. Like Bud Light used to sponsor country music events, and was very popular in like Tennessee and down south and all these different places. Now, it was in USA states which would be Republican leading and everything, and to approach all of that with that type of marketing, it's very naive to think that you have to understand your customers, you have to understand what their principles are, and you lean into that with your marketing based on what you have. And like you do it without emotion. you do it from a business point of view and a business perspective. John is laughing his way. Let's see. Did you get a Fordham? Don't really understand. Or a Mangalander with 4-inch disc. Oh, I'm a bit cautious of them. Like I have used them before, just for taking off bark and for different like jobs and different things as well. But sometimes they can leave like these kind of like marks on there. I usually most use a Japanese Shinto rasp now to kind of grind with. Don't worry about the white snowflake as well. I don't know, man. I think these things that happen, you got to approach it with humor, have a laugh. If I was the Bud guys, I would come out with a statement and a kind of dealing with humor. You know, we tried something, we failed and stuff like that. Look at those boys at Balenciaga with their like mad stuff with their marketing, and they still seem to sell. The thing about the Bud Light thing is that it accomplished certain goals such as getting attention. There's a very kind of popular trend within marketing at the moment, which is controversy marketing, where you say something controversial to get attention. You lean into something as well, whether it's something to do with like, women belong in the kitchen or something. You just lean into something and you can get a lot of information, but it's like you have to be very careful with what you say, and it has to be said in a really kind of clever way. And I've done interviews, one with Poopy Hands McGill and Bez met with a minor in maths. Very good. That's the attitude. Use go to interviews, do different things. But like you can't be out of work for that long, man. It's not. You need to be working. All men need to be working. That's what we're here for. Beer is beer. That's well said. Beer is beer. You don't care if it's 3%, 5%. The German beers are 8%. Most beers in Ireland are like about like 4% alcohol. As long as you don't drink White Claws, you keep your manhood intact. Elbow cup. Well, I don't care, man. I drank, actually, like I bought Bud Light after that controversy, because like I was going to make those videos, and then I had 3 of the cans there, and I said I'll drink it one day, and it's like it's easy enough to drink, and I was all right. I survived after drinking a few Bud Light. Good afternoon to the Order of the Blackthorn. Good afternoon, Garen. How are things with you? I see Mark says the downtown can be tough. Suburbs are okay. I think it's like that in many places. It's just like if jobs and enterprise and different things, and yeah, man, it's just the States have so much potential, and it's kind of sad to see certain areas going the wrong directions. And Michigan is 1,000 miles west and north of me as well. Very good. Carl with a K. Hi, Francis. There's a region in Michigan called Roscommon. Roscommon is a county I give stick to sometimes, and Leitrim as well. There's not much happening in Roscommon. It's not really much for the tourists to see there. But yeah, the 2 people that live in Roscommon, they must have immigrated to Michigan. There's always jokes about Roscommon and being very sparsely populated. Let's see now. It says hi, Mary, as well. Yeah, the Shinto is by far the best. Like I used to like always keep that secret. That was like, I remember I was watching like years and years ago on YouTube, like woodworking videos and different things, and I saw like the Japanese Shinto rasp, and when I got it, man, it was like, man, I shouldn't tell anyone around this. I wanted to keep it a secret and stuff because it was great. I've been using it for years. It just works well with the blackthorn, like, and then you don't have to use like angle grinders or other things as well, and you can be quicker with the Shinto rasp, and yeah, it's a godsend. Imagine guys used to be doing it with knives and files and stuff. It must take forever to carve those kind of like balls into it. Controversial marketing. Michael O'Leary's the master. Like, he is indeed, my man. Like, what was the thing when the French guy's wife, Chiron, and he was like saying about the right wife, and he'd said, yeah, we're going to charge people money to use the bathrooms and the toilets, and like I love Michael O'Leary's interviews with like the BBC and stuff, and he was saying like, oh, how did you come to Ireland? And they said, oh, we came here with British Airways or something, or Aer Lingus. And Michael O'Leary said, will the UK taxpayers be happy you wasted our money? You could have saved this much money by coming with Ryanair. But he is the master of it. Ryanair have no marketing, really. They just have such a strong brand. They don't have any marketing campaign except controversial marketing, where they lean in, they say things as well. And yeah, it's been very effective. They've as you said there, Carl, they've done that. Working is not for me. Working is for every man. Every man has to work as well. That's no excuse, man. That's being a male talk. You need to work. You have to be useful to society as well. You have to do things. There's something rewarding in doing something, creating something, making something. Sometimes you have to work for other people as well. But for me, it's all about the work. How about blackturn beer as well? Yeah, I've thought about that. There's a load of IPA drinks that come out at the moment. You can like call a company. They're like, I was going to put my face on it and do something with an IPA beer, but then another beer came out. It was so funny. There's actually an IPA beer called Francis, and it looks like me. There's a guy on it with like a bit of stubble, the same glasses as me as well. I put on my Facebook there years ago, but I've been approached about blackthorn gin, making like slow gin and stuff as well. And but like there wasn't really much reward in it for me, and they wanted me to do a lot for nothing and stuff like that. That was like a brand within Ireland. But I'm open to the idea. Like, you know, if someone wants to put my face on some drink product or something like that, and I get a small bit for it, I wouldn't be harmed. Let's see. I like my Pro CAD design. So that's like a CAD is not the design system that architects and stuff use. How do I get it back? Uh, no one can answer that question except yourself. You got to be a man, and you know, what does it mean to be a man in 2023? You gotta be better. You gotta, like, you know, upskill. If you want to get into that profession again, you have to see who the competition is. We live in a world of competition, and every man is trying to outdo the other man. You know, people succeed based on this competition. There needs to be a level of competition in society. We don't live in a socialist utopia, you know, where everyone is happy to just contribute. We definitely need to do that. Let's see. One of you is plenty to deal with. Maybe you're a double ganger as well. It's all right. I just like, this is my personality and who I am, and I like being me. And I just kind of you know, I love kind of poking the bear, saying things and having a bit of fun. All done with good intentions and different things as well. And it's like, I think you need to kind of have that kind of personality to get you through the day, get you to the life, and dealing with humor and different things can be good. Let's see. Carol, he was on Sky News one time and said Lufthansa was looking for a bailout like crack cocaine addicts. It was about 12 in the afternoon, and the presenter couldn't stop laughing. Yeah, it's he's got a very good way with words. He's very direct, and he knows his routine. He knows what to say. He has his expressions as well. I don't think those are off the cuff. I think he plans them out. I think he's quite an intelligent guy as well. I think he's been very, very crafty over the years in how he's done things as well. And yeah, he's up there. He's one of the greatest guys who, you know, really knows how to do PR and public relations for his business. He's very crafty like that. And yeah, he's definitely interesting. But anyway, as much as I love you guys here in the community, I got to go back to my lovely family for an hour, and then I got to go back to work again because I have a lot of work to do. I mean, I'm pretty tired, so I don't know if I work too much. And thank you as always for joining these live streams. It is more or less just a little bit of banter and chat, a little bit about me and my profession. I have loads of sticks up at the moment. Please go to McCaffreycrafts.com. Perfect Christmas gift for anyone. Fast shipping from Ireland as well. If you don't buy from me, buy from another craft person as well. Try to support craft businesses. It's good. But all you guys in the community, we have no things as well. And we'll leave it at that, guys. And thank you as always, and have a good one. May all of you guys make as much money as possible this Christmas run. Wishing you and your family well.